Lame YouTube pranks.
So what's
in
up?
action.
Lame YouTube pranks. We're just stopping and starting the recording for YouTube.
Oh,
Because YouTube doesn't like to spend a lot of time doing anything.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because
We actually-
we only do like hour episodes for YouTube.
We do 5-second slivers.
Yeah.
Which we then release in,
a week
rapid
apart.
fires. Yeah.
If only.
Thomas, you can't take that though.
Oh, he's going to do it. You just wait. He's going to take that whole thing with him.
Maybe.
Anyways.
Maybe the next time you could change your background, make it all blood splatter.
Yeah, I got lots of backgrounds.
Nobody's here, just blood splatter.
Yeah.
And now we go to the break.
Ooh.
That'd be great. That'd be fun.
Oh, dragon, I see.
Reliquary.
There we go. No, that was a good one. I
We
like
can do
that
that
one.
one.
Yeah.
We could just be
Whoa.
in nothing.
Yeah.
Look, I've got a border.
Yuck, duck, ticka, 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 ticka.
It's
It's more Rising Sun than Carnival, though.
Yeah.
The last one off was a carnival,
Yeah.
which has apparently become my backdrop now.
Yeah, it's
If you flip it around, then you'd have a tent.
There you
on
go.
top, right? But that
So there's this girl who's befriended a goblin, and she both of them together. The goblin is very smart. He's not like the rest of the goblins. He reads. He wants to learn. He doesn't want to kill. He has some more intelligence than the rest of them. And obviously he doesn't want to.
Dangerous.
It could be dangerous. But he doesn't want to see his family and species be killed off.
Well, I'm curious. Is that something that he's smart enough to help them out? To put them.
If
in some
he
position
went,
of-
if they found out that he was as smart as he is, he wouldn't be lasting very long. He'd be dead very fast. He would like to see them relocated or stay there, and obviously staying there is not the option.
Yeah, doesn't seem that way, does it?
And the goblins kill themselves off. More than half of them get killed off every day.
That's pretty substantial.
Yeah.
You'd think that there'd be some sort of a diminishing pool.
No, because by the next day there's just as many, if not more, the next day.
How? How do they just?
However, they reproduce.
Okay.
I have no idea. I do not know dome geology or biology.
I'm pretty sure that's not normal.
Yeah.
Well, I know geology.
Yeah.
I deal a lot with goblins in the
Well,
caves.
you guys could make a knowledge engineering check if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Oh,
Go ahead.
yeah.
I can't.
I don't have that, so.
24.
It's rare, but it does sometimes occur. Goblins can be upright adult goblins, given that the difference between a young goblin and an old goblin is not that much in the way of intelligence. Within an hour, maybe 2. Some goblins, when cornered, will begin battle breeding. No one's quite sure how goblins breed. They're quite. They like to make a lot of weird jokes about the mating habits of other species, but no one's really watched how they do it. There are some who are even relatively convinced that they must be a fungus, or pawed off at the speeds that they can go. But a few dungeoneers have been overwhelmed when they thought they had only 2 or 3 goblins left, only to face hordes of screaming, just slightly smaller goblins.
Well,
So
They can also feed off their own dead, which
So
seems to be
they-
sort of a
they do-
horrible cycle.
they do that a lot.
so sounds like they've been at that war footing for some time then.
Yeah.
This is certainly not
A dozen
normal,
generations at least.
From the fact of how quickly they breed, it doesn't sound like a very long time. So
No, but the fact is that all the ones that are here now, all they know is being here, in that with the walls and the gate they won't open. They don't know anything beyond the walls of the tombs,
except for that one old one.
except for that one old one who somehow lived that long. He's very old though. He's probably dead now, actually.
It's probably not. Goblins can actually live like a standard life.
Oh really? Can they?
Pretty close.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, he's not.
But yeah,
I have a table.
battle breeding is a rare thing, but it is a thing that they will sometimes insanely do.
They have also found one of the tombs that's caved in at the back, like inside of one of the a cavern, not a very deep cavern, but it's some sort of flammable liquid is being leaked into the tomb. And they're using it to make bombs and mines.
Oh, great.
It's really funny.
So
I had a lot of entertaining playing with that stuff. It was good. I tried to convince, because there's also there's 7 buildings in like a semicircle, and in the middle there's a lake pool with a bow of ship sticking out of it. It's just the decoration that they built in the tomb. The ship is wood and it's very old and it's rotting away, but they think it's the Great Grand Ocean, and so they don't go on it because it's too big for them. I tried to convince them to, because what they do to make more of this liquid, because it only seeps out very slowly. They need to make more liquid to make it more, so they throw their dead in there to basically make chum of more liquid, and they also add water from the lake to it to make more liquid.
That's pretty morbid.
It is. It's very morbid. But I tried to convince them that they could make the lake or the ocean into more of this liquid by adding the liquid from there into the thing. And they tried it. They weren't very successful though, because one of the other clans stopped them and killed them all.
Okay. There's a lot of information there.
Yeah, that's not even half of it. That's not even half of it.
I'm okay with just less than half I have.
The one that's the old one that remembers the old times has made his court very human-like. He has trained his goblin minions to be proper and eat with like knife and fork and like stuff. They're still afraid of words.
That's pretty impressive.
But it's very impressive. But they twitch out a lot.
Like the written word, or like
if you try and spell, or if you do any sort of magical thing, or any written down anything, or you try to write something, they just freak out and they'll try and kill you.
Okay.
So if you have any books or anything, keep them hidden, and just don't bring them.
How are they with animals and stuff?
But, yeah.
Wow,
so many books.
So many books. Just hide them. Just don't ever say that you have books or mention anything about the outside world.
I have a lot of chalk too.
Chalk's probably fine. As long as you don't say you can write with it. Maybe you can draw with it.
I don't know.
They like pictures.
Do you guys ever hear that head smashed in buffalo jump?
Yeah.
And how they kind of funneled the buffalo towards the cliff.
Yeah.
They eponymously named.
Well, one of the clans worship fire, and their king thinks how he can ascend to his god is by burning himself.
Great. Sounds like an easy...
I thought so too, but the other clans don't want him to do it because they don't want him to ascend, because they think they don't believe in his god, but they want to stop him because they don't want him to do his thing. Yeah. It's all very...
So you have one place that has stuff that makes really good fire, and then they're messing with all this chum. You have another place that really wants to be burned down.
Yeah, but they only want to be... There's trees also around the ocean.
Yeah.
There's trees around it, and he has to be burnt by the flames of one of the trees. Yeah.
Okay.
But no one wants to cut down any of the trees there because they're all sacred to all of them. I didn't even get to the boatman.
Okay.
I can think of just so many ways of messing with them.
Oh yeah, and I was just the time yesterday, the other time I just messed with them the entire time trying to figure shit out.
So
there's a polite cough from behind you guys. A guardsman has walked up. One of the ones you recognized from who was trying to pull the joke. I'm afraid we'll be locking the doors to the keep and closing some of the gates for the evening. If you want to head out this evening, then please be our guest. But you'll have to just hope that someone happens to be by the door. We don't have enough manpower to be watching everywhere.
They're all asleep, Well, I mean, all the goblins are asleep.
You
right
spent a night there, haven't you?
now. No, only the day.
Oh, okay.
I
Well.
just left.
That gives us prompt. Do we go now?
Oh no, I did spend a night there.
Nope. You were going to, but
Yeah.
then they decided to roll in on the same evening.
I'd say we should just go.
No,
Yeah.
I slept by the ocean.
With whatever
Remember?
we've got.
Oh yeah, you did.
I did spend a night
That's right.
there.
Okay, yeah. So this is the second day.
This
I
is the
apologize.
second day.
Retcon all of that.
There we go. We'll just add an extra 12 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the extra 12 hours. So I did spend the night. Yes, I did.
Okay.
I slept in the middle of the whole thing.
So we'll be fine if we go now, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's not a very comfortable sleep, but it's a sleep.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, I guess here's the quick question. Do we go in there like marauders or do we go in there like saviors?
I like the latter one. Sounds a little easier.
Marauders? Yes, I agree.
That was the former, not the latter. He tried to get me, but
The guardsman once again politely coughs.
Okay, let's go at the back.
yeah, let's go.
We go at the back.
He follows you out the door just a little bit past to where there's a gate there with the pushing of a huge mechanism and the unlocking of several ropes. Hey!
Hello.
That's my standard greeting. Yeah, we're just
Hey!
hey. Yeah, we're just doing the last half of 7 Filthy Crowns tonight.
Hopefully the last half.
No.
Most of the party can't attend because they're lame and in Toronto.
Yeah, and I don't know where Binary kept yet because she actually is not in the city right today.
Oh, well, yeah, they've all fled the city.
They've all fled the city.
So we have Eli and Sean here.
James has probably fled the city, but no one ever speaks to him when he doesn't want anyone to, so...
I do. I'm just not telling.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, we've got some new people coming in who are agreeing to help Mike's character Lulo out with the goblin problem. They're just deciding how they want to go about it. Are they going to save the goblins and relocate them, or are they going to go in there like Rekkas?
Okay. Well, I think.
Okay, yeah.
Well, regardless, we're
How
going in
would
there
we
now.
relocate them, though? Because that's a
We
very
can't
long...
relocate all of them.
And the gate slams behind you.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
massive thing of yeah.
Yeah.
There's no coming back now.
There's no coming back. It's whatever. We can sit out here and tag now.
I don't know
Yeah,
about
until
that, guys.
the
Oh
morning.
yeah, you can
back.
climb this thing like nothing.
So...
I like your idea
Oh, that too.
about head smashed in.
yeah, that's a good idea. It is a very good idea.
And I think that would help at least get some of the numbers down, so that making them relocate would be easier. Do you think the old
Sure.
man would be the old goblin king? Just make me think of rat kings when I say that. Would be amenable to relocating, or maybe with the help of your
No, he-
befriended one?
He didn't want to talk to me after I mentioned it. He agrees with the fact, though, that if we ever try and make them leave this place, they're just going to destroy the village.
Fair
He did
enough.
agree with that.
Okay.
He's not dumb. He's a smarter goblin.
It's a mile walk in darkness and cold up to the burial grounds, which you can see are a massive affair. 6, maybe 7 full halls. It looks like, kind of teeming against the dark, starry night on the mountaintop, with a brilliant wall built all around them. The sort of thing that, yeah. Any dungeon delver would look at this and go, there is treasure here. Nobody puts up walls like that for nothing.
There's lots of treasure.
And thick oak doors reinforced with bars of iron bolted all across them, which look shut for ages.
There's a ladder on our own back.
I was going to say, because I have a good climbing ability.
There's a ladder on our own back.
Okay.
I assume your war dog is with you?
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
That's partly why I'm wondering if we can go in through the doors or through the gates, because
The
I
door's
don't
very
think-
hard to open.
my war dog probably can't climb with me.
I think dogs can climb.
Yeah, totally. Let's just jump over.
Well, being long adventuring companions, you know that I can ferry you all up over the wall.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I got a climb speed,
Oh, okay.
which means that I rarely have to check for it.
Okay.
Land shark calling, recommends Giganus. Just ring the doorbell. Knock really loud on the wall. It's the outside world.
Land shark.
That would really screw with those guys.
Oh, yes. If that gate was ever opened, it would screw with those guys.
And screw everyone else out of everything.
How did that one start? Pizza delivery.
Yeah.
Let's go around back and let's get over.
Okay.
If the dog needs help,
We'll help him out.
Yeah,
Okay.
we can certainly help
Cool.
him over the wall.
Glad we can bring Pup with us.
Swinging around the back, you see that the walls are well maintained and quite sturdy all along, even as the shrubbery has. Yeah, the foliage has done its best, but these are some fantastic defenses, given that they are unguarded and have no crenellations. There is indeed a ladder up the back. However, once you guys manage to make it to the top, with you, I imagine, hoisting the dog up as you just creep along. There's no ladder down the other side anymore. Looks like that ladder has been moved.
Can we pick up the one sitting on top of the wall and put it on the other side?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Or, knotted ropes.
Yep.
Let's just move the ladder over.
Yes, move the ladder.
Okay, the ladder is moved over. You easily go down the ladder.
Okay.
Can I take the ladder because now there's 2 ladders on this side, correct?
No, the other one has gone missing. The one that is on the inside.
Has your friend perchance taken it
Well,
after you and your other friend left?
oh, the goblin guy?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he did take it.
Yeah.
He put it away, but I would think he put it away in the same spot.
Probably.
Did I check that? Can I check that same spot?
You have to go back into that building.
Oh, it's in the building.
Yeah, that's
okay.
where they had it.
Well, then, yeah, okay. Then it's probably inside. I'm going to toss the ladder back over. Doesn't work.
You just whip the ladder over
There
the...
you
Okay.
go. That's not going to make that much noise.
Sorry, what?
Here inside the walls, all appears to be for the most part quiet. It's dark in here. You have dark vision, yes?
I should.
Yeah, you should.
As do you.
Mm-hmm.
So you're able to see in that
I
strange,
certainly do not.
off-putting way. For anyone not born to it, so for you it's Tuesday. But yes, you're able to see the yard in crystal clarity. The building closest to you has a smashed-in window and an architectural style that's relatively modern by comparison, but with some interesting touches to it. The next closest building on this side is definitely of a different style, although the stonework is for the most part of the same material. And it's only closer to that building and what might be trees and a pond. I don't know. This is getting a little bit onto the edge of your dark vision. What looks like broken down lumps all over the grass, as if someone had been tearing up the yard, but not around this building specifically.
So, like a wild boar got loose.
Yeah, but then had moved along some sort of invisible fence or axis and just cut it in a straight line.
Their bodies.
Yeah, there's an area here that they just would not go through. There's more than you can count. Yeah.
Guys, I can count past 21, even with my shoes off. There's more than that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, there's lots. There are small humps forming on smaller humps. There is, in fact, a broken landscape.
Just go to the center.
Yeah?
Just go to the center.
Well, we're near the building where you were
dark.
staying, right? Is there any reason for us to go back there?
I mean, it's all locked up, so we won't be able to get inside till tomorrow.
Okay.
Locked, you say.
Yeah, I mean, I can knock, but I don't think he'd answer.
Okay. Well, let's venture to the middle, maybe, and
Yeah.
find these sacred trees.
Yeah.
And,
Just the background was moving. Anyways.
Oh.
Ooh.
Woogie,
Woogity, woogity, woogity.
This is how I accidentally create small party D&D memes.
Woogity,
This is a problem.
woogity, woogity. Yeah,
We
let's
done.
Yeah.
let's go to the center. I mean, I spent all of last night at the center, and no one bothered.
Do you guys choose to sneak over there, or...
yeah.
Okay.
Let's slouch over there.
Yeah.
Sure.
Slouching around. All right, make some stealth checks for me.
I don't sneak, but sure.
5.
Oh, that's actually not so bad. 15. Wow.
Stacked.
No, I just rolled max.
As a man used to weaving through gentlemen's clubs for fine books and down old libraries where you are really not supposed to take the books out of places, you have a scholar's touch at stealth and can easily slip behind people. You make it over there easily. These two clang like they're wearing pots on their heads and banging them with spoons.
Yeah, it's still pretty good.
As you get closer,
We need some space, you guys.
as you guys get closer, their motions and actions attract the attention of a small group of creatures huddled around what looks like a carefully constructed fire, so that it wouldn't be terribly visible. Or at least that's the idea. It's probably going to catch pretty soon and cause some problems.
A fire and embers.
Yeah, a number of them have stood up, waving around what look like tiny, badly made spears, maybe, and are looking into the darkness, muttering to each other.
Those guys?
Yeah. Two, though, are sitting by the fire with the with one muttering away about how night's gone dark now. First time being out here. We lost several of them to things that they had hidden in the little hills that we walked over. And it's basically just monologuing a description of their trip from what appears to be one of the little halls.
Yeah.
You can see the rest of the halls now. They're all done in a different architectural style. Same stone, but different cultural background. All local to this region, but it's clear that the hill was not always a Zoldvik burial ground.
I ask which leader they follow.
So there's a voice from the darkness.
Well, they saw us already. They were coming up to us. Or we were passing them.
A bunch of them scream, yelling ghosts, and immediately begin fleeing towards the spear doorway. With a couple of them being like, "No, don't run! They'll overrun us! We follow True King Dasm. Who are you?"
You know what? We have the 7th crown.
Roll bluff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just try and make my way towards the tree that is the furthest from them.
Easy to do. As you get closer, you realize a number of these mounds are trapped.
Yeah, be careful.
The ground is trapped. Some of the trees are trapped.
Okay.
Yeah. Most of the traps are too small to do any damage to, except for the explosives. Be careful.
Just let me know how many checks you want me to do.
Okay. In this case, 5.
I got an 8 to my bluff.
So bluff, I don't have bluff, but I can do intimidation.
Okay. Because, they
Yes, we bear the crown!
Yeah, do you follow my lead of when me saying that we have the 2nd crown?
I follow your lead.
Sounds good.
Yeah, they immediately begin to doubt you guys. What do you roll?
4.
Just 4?
Intimidate plus 8?
You get
Oh,
you get to have
12.
stuff to do.
Intimidate. I wasn't going to intimidate, but...
They have no crown. Well, then why aren't you wearing it? This passes for goblin logic, and the rest of them immediately agree.
Yeah.
Anybody would wear a crown.
Why would we bring it with us?
But you said you had it.
We follow the 7th crown. Doesn't mean we're one of the kings.
Make an intimidation check.
What kind of checks did you want me to
22.
do 5 of?
Trap finding if you so choose. Or disable device if not, or you can set them off.
They're pretty loud. I mean,
I'm going to see how many of them I can just get around. So, from perception,
Yep.
because I'm all kinds of built for that.
Mm-hmm.
21. This is for perception.
These are the sort of traps where people take a little bit of earth, it's clearly bumped up in an area, put a pot underneath, and a little stick to hold the thing up.
So I have a bonus of 16
Yeah.
for finding traps.
So you're going to be able to find all of the traps unless I say otherwise.
Okay.
Yeah, just flat out. This was designed by people who have seen television shows of Bugs Bunny and clearly decided that this was the height of
They're in
engineering.
the early stages of trap engineering.
They are in fact perhaps a retrograde from that. They've heard about rabbit snares, so they've looped them to trees where they would not be able to get the rabbit even if it fell into it. Because it would be up there now.
I have a big head and small arms. This wasn't well thought out plan.
No, they are the Tyrannosaurus Rex of dinosaurs. This is true.
Hey. Okay.
So I got a 22 to my intimidate.
They're ghosts! Scream the
Yeah.
little things and immediately begin fleeing
Sounds
into
good.
some of the traps. Please make a reflex save, as one of them books it right past you and stumbles straight onto the pot.
Okay. 20.
Your box
No,
is
23.
down, right?
That box. Okay.
Do you have evasion?
I do.
You suffer no damage, but are briefly illuminated as they're screaming about ghosts, causing them to stop and run screaming the other direction. They've just panicked and fled into the rest of the yard now. One, perhaps two, have made it back to whatever doorway is now massing a group of little tiny angry spearmen. You hear movement from all the other groups, too.
Ooh,
So,
great.
how much of a fuss do we want to start? Because I got a plan.
It's your plan.
No, I've got a bad idea.
That's
And
good.
I grab for the nearest tree and I light it up with daylight.
Oh, this isn't good.
So there's a 60-foot bright light and another 60 feet of, in theory, dim light.
You illuminate the entire area for the most part. All but the far wall of the gate and the farthest thing are now illuminated with this one tree, glowing a sort of faint white,
I like this though.
causing the closest goblins to stop and just stare at it, even though they were afraid of ghosts before. Everyone else is just watching from the doorways now. You can see them with their tiny, beady red eyes.
Being
Just-
reflecting.
They're all, in fact, they're all doing that cats thing.
Yeah.
There's an awful number of sets of eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, awful.
Even if every single one of these goblins had 2 eyes, it'd be an awful lot of them.
Fair.
Yeah, let's do this.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to draw from my knowledge of history for insane, messengers of gods kind of thing, great grand speeches of entrance.
What particular time period are you looking for?
Oh, all over.
Okay.
So
Can I do a quick notice of the stonework to maybe discern what's
Absolutely.
in those are to give a bit more reference? 18,
Yeah, you nail
it. Yeah, 26.
Add a 2 to your roll. These tombs all represent different eras of human history. So to dwarves, not that old, but humans have been pretty fantastic at their catching up in terms of speed. One of the burial mounds, the one that's actually closest to the gate, is probably ancient druidic. This is an old burial place. Probably the first ones they would have used using stone. The walls are probably from that era too. The other halls were added later.
Okay.
all right. So I can make illusions all over the place.
Oh yeah.
In theory.
The entire history of the of Northern Europe is basically sandwiched inside these tiny halls, and these goblins have been soaking it up like tiny green sponges.
Without reading any of it.
No, they sleep on it.
Okay.
Through osmosis.
Frighteningly bad osmosis.
This is the day of the second sun. Your prophecies have now come to fruition. The final battle is at hand.
Diplomacy check.
Ooh,
With
the one who owns the 7
Thank
pounds
you,
at the
Keanu.
end.
23.
23. The goblins begin to chitter amongst themselves, like some sort of horrible thought just infecting one to the other, to the other, to the other.
I have an ending to that.
Those of the crowns must stride forward, or battle amongst themselves for supremacy. The angel of the right hand speaks now to illuminate further.
Illuminate first.
It's a theme of light.
Yeah.
They're muttering now quite loudly.
All
Please tell me that's how you open the speech.
all must participate in this retribution, or all will perish.
Alright. Dude, I was trying to limited. That's fine. We can do it that way.
I think they're all
The creatures begin streaming out, swarming up to the 60-foot cone of actual light, and dancing around it, screaming and chanting. Whatever clan lines they had before have basically, like, you can tell that they're different, but yeah, they're just excited. This is new and entertaining, and you guys are putting on one crazy show. And
you got anything you want to throw in?
I was gonna get my dog to start howling.
okay.
Oh, there's a gooder.
Yeah, there's the gooder.
Adding spooky howling to the
The dogs of war have been unleashed.
Roll and intimidate for the dog. I'm gonna assume it uses your skill.
Sure. That is totally a 25.
One whole group of them coming out carrying what look like shattered up coffins that they've pulled up around themselves, come running out, only for one to scream, "That's the bulldog!" And they all run back in.
There's their boats. They ride in boats.
Yeah.
They're land
They had
boats.
tiny horns on their helmets, and they start screaming about some sort of winter dog.
Yeah.
They
running away, scattering all over the
so
place.
they're land boats. They won't fight when they're in their boats. They'll only fight when they step out of the boats.
I see.
I was joined with them for a bit, and I had to ride in a boat.
This was in the pre-discussion, I presume, and not
Yes.
during
Not during
the
this.
obvious field of, I don't know what you call that, theater?
Yeah.
Field of theater?
There's an awful number of them.
Yes.
Awful number.
Um,
The boat people eventually return once they get used to the howling. And they're cheering and jeering even more. They want the dog to eat things, eat people.
Get it, eat a goblin.
You should get one of them to sacrifice themselves to the dog god.
I was going to say, no, today I'm playing evil. I may as well do this horrible thing. But I think we have a goal.
Yes.
I don't know what...
Yeah,
I don't,
fireball time.
I'm not
recommends the
sure
chat.
how we go from here to there.
All time.
That would be amazing. If any of us could do anything actually interesting.
Yeah. That's true.
I just pretty much threw down my one fun power. That's right. I can light a candle in the darkness.
So yes, you have the druidic tribes all chanting "nub, nub, nub, nub," dressed. Some of their leaders seem to be dressed in horrible, badly put together goblin skins over their goblin frames. The rest of them are wearing what look like ratty rat pelts. Another group screaming "Chasm!" They're all waving their spears and dancing about. They sort of look like centurions, if centurions also wore ratty pelts. The next group are the ones in the boats, who are all screaming mocks. The ones dressed in what looks like scraps of little white cloth and holding all vague holy symbols, like really, they're bits of bark that they've just twisted together, are all screaming Zoog. And there's another group. Well, there's two other groups there. One of them is shouting and throwing bombs at each other. It's actually a bit of a violent thing right now. And, yeah. They're all screaming different names. One group, though, is standing all at attention. They've come marching out, and their eyes are watching you guys, bouncing just as much as all the other goblins are
Must be the
moving.
old man.
Mm-hmm.
But they are rigid and still.
Oh.
They're the scary ones.
They're scary. Well, do you know the names that the last two seem to...
One of them I never found out. They didn't really have one from what I knew. The other one I can't remember his name now. What was his name?
King Tez.
King Tez. That's right. King
Tez.
Tez.
Tez would be what they would be chanting.
If they were chanting.
If they were chanting.
Yeah, they're not.
So I'm curious then if we need to name another for the seventh.
Well, the seventh tomb is not. It's the one that we climbed over the wall by.
Yes.
There's no one in there. That's where the
Exactly.
ghost lives.
Yes.
So if we have the seventh crown, we're ghosts.
Yes. And they're going to kill themselves over it.
And it's possible.
That's my thought. How do you think we should proceed?
I had a clever plan.
Yeah, what's that?
No, it's gone to hell.
Oh.
That was minutes ago.
I mean, we could ask them to battle to the
Involved
death.
tapestries.
And whoever survived gets to be in the seventh tomb. Like, say
Who among you
is worthy
will be-
of being of making us ghosts leave and taking over the tomb.
I don't want to proclaim I'm a ghost.
They already think that.
That's very easily, disproven.
Yeah.
You guys are literally talking about this, by the way, and the goblins are not paying you any attention. You are basically free to chat.
Oh yeah, I figured that they were being too loud and too far away, and we're just all kind of.
Which, of course, looks great. This will be depicted in Goblin Legends about the angel in his right hand, for a long time now. And lo, the angels then turned. They crowded around, mumbling about something.
Began their prayers.
No, these are goblins. You totally were mumbling about something, and that fits goblin lore.
Bring out a book. They're already scared of us.
How fast do we want this to go downhill?
Oh, I mean,
for serious, how fast do we want this to go downhill?
fairly fast.
Yeah.
It can
fairly
be instant.
What do you mean instant? What do you got?
I'm serious.
Yeah, okay, let's do it.
Instant.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Okay, we got a light. We got a holy spotlight. And we also have a big effing book. A seriously big effing book.
Do you just whip that out?
Yeah. And a big pen.
And a big pen.
Make an intimidation check.
Oh, just wait.
Okay.
And lo, did the Book of Names appear. The Book of Names, in which is scribed all of the traitors and weaklings, all of those unready to fulfill their role, all of those who will fall never to rise. From those holders of the crown to the holders of the spear, do not let your name be written.
Make an intimidate check.
Oh my god.
I worked out poorly.
Oh no. Oh no.
Let's see, intimidate, you say.
No.
On the other hand, it was a pretty awesome speech.
A sudden still fills the yard. Goblins pausing in mid-movement. With one...
It worked out poorly.
But the two goblin factions at the end have gone the most still. The priest-wearing ones and the skin-wearing ones. There seems to be some muttering now filling the crowd. And two goblins step forward. One holding what looks like a pot, and the other holding a torch. You recognize them as Nub and Zug.
Yep.
One of them is dressed in a full woman's priest's gown, which has been just shredded at the end from all the wandering around he's done in it. And the other is, yes, dressed in as many goblin skins as possible. They both look at each other and go, "We will be a fire to our people!" and charge you.
Okay.
Yeah, one of them waving the flaming brand and the other waving the pot of some sort of thing in it.
How fast are they coming at us?
They're going to be there next round.
Oh, okay.
It's like charge, pause, charge, because they don't have a great movement speed.
Well, that and broken ground.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not doing great.
They're making progress.
Yeah, it's an amazing moment stretched out for cinematic purposes.
Is there any of the traps nearby to me? Like the pot ones?
Make a perception check.
15.
There are probably some all over the yard. Yeah, maybe even one nearby you.
Within striking distance?
Oh yeah.
Can I, like, use my great axe and, like, golf one towards them running towards us?
You can certainly try. Make an attack roll.
Yeah, I'll make an attack roll. Let's do this.
Okay. And you're all standing together, yes?
Ah!
Okay, roll again.
Well, that's going to be impressive, whatever this is.
Yeah, whatever this is, it's gonna be impressive.
And that's when he killed the dog.
Oh, gross.
Please make a reflex save, all three of you. I've got this. Flips the battle axe sharp side without thinking about it, and swings in at the pot.
So this is
well,
when the gypsy curse kicks
5.
in. Just letting you know, all them high rolls, they're gone now.
Oh
Yeah, they
no.
are gone now. 16.
Yeah, I had a 5.
Reflex, you say?
Yep.
13, actually.
So what was that?
16.
13.
Well, you take 7 points of damage.
I do?
Yep, as the pot literally blows up and then sets off a small chain reaction, kicking off a number of them around you. You take 7 damage because you have evasion.
Okay.
And you take a full 13 points of damage as you suddenly find yourself engulfed in flame. As Lulo looks at you and goes, "Don't worry, guys, I got this." The fire is, however, only localized towards you guys. The ground doesn't appear to burn too well, though, being a combination of a winter night and mostly corpses. So you don't have much worry about it spreading. That trap is gone. You wrecked that trap.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So,
Does it scare any of them?
blast of flame.
Okay, that's your action. What are your 2 actions as they begin charging towards you? Your dog is singed.
Aww.
Yeah.
Battle scars.
It's not doing too hot, actually.
Can I use my potion of cure light wound on him?
You certainly can.
I like doing that.
Glurg, glurg, glurg. Call it battle brew.
Okay, so that would be a 1d8 plus, what is it?
1.
Yeah.
5th potion.
1d8 plus 1, yeah.
You can get
9.
expensive ones, but why
Your-
would you?
Yeah, your dog is getting better.
Cool.
It doesn't fully understand why you're forcing it to drink from the bottle, but it's kind of been through this before, and
Yeah.
it manages it.
Hey, we don't need the funnel.
At least it's not suppository.
Hey, whose action's still left?
Now that's a magic item. Pure light suppository.
Ooh.
The silver bullet.
The silver bullet. Looks like a Coors Light can.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and your
It
action
looks like a silver bullet.
just before they arrive.
Just before they arrive. Just wondering if I can think of anything clever. I probably can't think of anything clever. It's all gone, guys. The magic's disappeared. Okay. Well.
Can we make that the slogan for playing board games? The worst strip poker game of all time.
Yeah.
That's got to be the message of the day, anyway.
Yeah, no, that's the one that's winning points.
Mm-hmm.
But yes.
Great. Okay. Whip out ye old sigh. And then ready in action to disarm whoever gets closest.
Okay. They both hit you at approximately the same time.
Okay.
But we'll see how this ends up in the next episode. Ba-ba-da.